Hi, I'm John McElroy with Autoline. You know, the Autoline shows keep getting better and better all the time, but we know we can do an even better job, but we need your help to do it. Would you follow the link below to fill out a survey? It'll only take you a few moments, and we know that your input can help us do a better job. So I want to thank you in advance for taking the time to do so.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, your journey, our passion, and by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Hello and welcome to a brand new week of Autoline Daily. I'm Sean McElroy filling in for John, but now onto the day's top stories. China is enacting new rules to clean up diesel fuel, and VW now sees an opportunity to sell diesel passenger cars there. Speaking at an industry conference in Wuhan, Joachim Heisman, the CEO of Volkswagen China, says clean diesel fuel will allow the introduction of clean diesel technology. Currently, diesels are only sold in commercial trucks and buses. Heisman says China's fuel economy standard is tougher than it looks. While Europe's fuel economy standard is set at 4 liters per 100 kilometers, or about 58 miles per gallon, China's standard is set at 5 liters, or about 47 miles per gallon. China's passenger car fleet does not include diesels, which can save 1 liter per 100 kilometers. Plus, China's test cycle is tougher than Europe's. Heisman says the clean fuel will provide the opportunity to sell diesels in China. Ford revealed details about the new taxi version of the Transit Connect. The 2014 model is powered by a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine that's mated to a 6-speed automatic. It can also be converted to run on CNG or LPG, the only taxi in the US that will allow that option. The new model is slightly lower to allow for signs on the top of the vehicle, and it's also a little longer than before for more cargo space. Ford, which also controls 60% of the taxi market in the US, is taking the vehicle global. The company just announced that the Transit Connect taxi will be in service in Hong Kong. And speaking of Ford, the company will also have an eye-popping 57 customized model at next month's SEMA show in Las Vegas. Ford will have modified versions of its Fiesta, Focus, Fusion, Mustang, F-150, and Super Duty. In addition to the cars, Ford says it will have a major announcement about its racing program at the show as well. BMW announced that it will no longer offer the 1 Series next year. As a matter of fact, production of the convertible version ended in July, while the coupe stopped in August. We here will miss the car because it was one of those vehicles that could be used as a daily driver, but was still powerful enough to sling around or be run on the track. Kind of like Ford's Fiesta ST that we've been raving about lately. But have no fear, the company is already teasing its replacement, the 2 Series, in this YouTube video. And even though you pretty much only see an outline of the car, you won't have to wait too long to see the whole thing when it makes its official debut later this week. Back in March at the Geneva Motor Show, Lamborghini unveiled the wicked-looking Veneno. At the time, we were told only 3 would be built, and that they had already been spoken for at just under $4 million each. Now the company has announced that another 9 will be built, but with one slight difference: no roof. The supercar is powered by the same 6.5-liter V12, but it does take a fraction of a second longer to sprint to 100 kilometers an hour at 2.9 seconds, although we doubt one would notice the difference. The only major change, besides the lack of a roof, is the price. The Roadster is $600,000 more expensive than the coupe at $4.5 million. Coming up next, a look at the new Range Rover Sport.
There's so much to love about Bridgestone's Dueler tires. The amazing traction, the quiet, comfortable ride, and they're really tough. It's like loving 3 tires in one.
This stunning 1,000-acre ranch overlooking the Pacific Ocean is the perfect place to see just some of what the all-new 2014 Range Rover Sport is capable of. This incredibly luxurious SUV has more ground clearance and greater weighting depth than the Jeep Wrangler. And with 21.5 inches of suspension travel, it's really in a class of its own.
Okay, so probably the biggest single change to the new Range Rover Sport is the aluminium architecture on the vehicle. When we set the team up originally, we were tasked with saving a massive amount of weight on this vehicle. And through the use of aluminium extrusions, pressings and castings, we've delivered over 800 pounds of weight saving, which really adds to the agile and dynamic feel of the vehicle when you drive it.
Obviously the Sport is just amazing off-road, but what most customers are going to care about is how it performs on the pavement, and they've really moved the game on here. The variable ratio steering means you can keep your hands at 3 and 9 o'clock no matter how twisty the road is, and the iron-fisted body control means that you can throw it down the tightest canyon with abandon and it'll come back begging for more. The 8-speed automatic transmission, it's like it reads your mind. And the 2 engines, both supercharged, more than uphold their end of the bargain. The 3-liter 6-cylinder with 340 horsepower is all the engine you'll ever need. But the one you want is the 510 horsepower V8, which will fling the Sport from 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds.
You know, this new Range Rover Sport really kind of builds on what we've successfully done since 2005, which is bring this vehicle in, which came in below Range Rover, but open up a whole segment of the marketplace for us in terms of, you know, of a Range Rover that's more approachable from a price standpoint. And this new vehicle just takes that heritage that we have since 2005 and builds on it and gives it a vehicle that's really moved it on so much more than the old vehicle. You know, whether it's the premium lightweight architecture, it's the cockpit feel even taken to the next level, it's the driving dynamics, it's the, you know, the packaging, the +2 seating that we'll bring out later this fall. It really opens up the market even further for us.
Whether it's covered in mud on a trail or parked in front of the swankiest hotel, the Range Rover Sport is obviously at home. And it's that very bandwidth that makes it something truly special. And it's also why it should continue its reign as Range Rover's bestseller here in America. From Menlo Park, California, I'm Isaac Bouchard for Autoline Daily.
Before I go, we're looking for your help to improve Autoline. Please go to www.autoline.tv/survey and take a few minutes to fill out the survey. We're looking for your input regarding the topics we cover and how we deliver our shows to you. Once again, that link is www.autoline.tv/survey. And thanks for your help. And that's it for today's show. Once again, I'm Sean McElroy. Thanks for watching, and please join us again here tomorrow.